YouTube up and running. Should be up in a matter of moments. Sup, Dub? How's it going? I hope. You know what? Let me think about this. Make my screen brighter. What did I touch? There we go. Yo. All right, we're going to start in about 90 seconds. Where is that? Close this. Where's my YouTube? I had a YouTube open. I just have to open up another one. Sup, Zappy? We're going to start, Brendan. We're going to start in about 30 seconds. Anybody drink kombucha? Cannot get enough kombucha. It is so good. It's a good thing, however, that I am not an NFL wide receiver. My name is not John, but all right. So, we'll snap. We're going to start about 15 seconds. Oh, that's why. Creator Studio. Live streaming. I'm going to start about 10 seconds. I don't want Aiton. I want Bagley. Really? We're going to open with this. Don't worry. Oh, you call everyone John. All right. Well, I call everyone brother. So, sup, brother? What's going on? Turn this from private to public. And we are go. Welcome to Valley of the Suns Live, the weekly edition. My name is Adam Maines, your host, your site editor, your friend of the sun. This is our weekly catharsis. We don't have much losing left, I gotta say. We're finally the last. Yes, I know. Thank you, Denver. We're finally the number one seed, if you will. I mean, I suppose that makes us number one. We're number one in the first innings. That's really all that we wanted. I wanted 8, but you have to win at least one game in the tournament. No, you don't. I disagree wholeheartedly, and let's open with that conversation. I was going to start with the rumble and what do I call it? The Salt Lake City scuffle, because that's all it was. But let's open up with DeAndre Ayton. So Ayton, if I recall correctly, I didn't have his stats up, but if I recall, he still had 14 rebounds. I can get it in a second. Can Memphis stop resting players? No, but here's the thing. Now that we're one ahead, all we have to do is just continue to lose. That's it. So actually, while this is pulling up, please heart, please like, please retweet, please share. Let's get everybody going. We got an hour. This show is an hour long, and it's the fastest hour in sports. So we had 14 points and 13 boards. He had a blocked shot. He had a steal. He shot 6 of 13. All right. Against USC, he was 14 of 20 for 32 points. Against UCLA, he was 13 of 16 for 32 points. He had 14 boards against UCLA. He had 18 against USC. You know, Ayton ain't got what they call defensive instincts. All right, okay. You know, so somebody was bringing it up yesterday. It's not his fault. They started complaining. Yeah, they were just totally out. I mean, they were out coached. That's what it is. They were out coached. But so here's the thing. Okay, he doesn't have defensive instincts. All right. The way I look at it is all a team has to do is score one more point than the opponent. So, I mean, if he just makes one stop, you know, when it really matters, and if they have a defensive system, believe me, I get that. They're trash. Yeah, not amazing. The 36-point game, is that what you're referencing? Those stats I do have up. You know, all the Suns have to do is score one more point than the opponent. Can you tell me non-Pac-12 games? Yes, I can. All right, so let's see. Okay, good. So in the non-Pac-12 games, he averaged 19.5 points, 11.4 boards, 1.4 blocks, 1.6 assists. He shot 61% from the field, 67% from 2, 30% from 3, 70% from the free throw line. So it's 19.5 points. He is a star in the making, baby. It's DeAndre Ayton. His non-conference, excluding the Buffalo game, because I'm not sure if I can do that necessarily. But in his non-conference games, his first 13 games prior to the ASU game on December 30th, he averaged 19.5 points, which is 0.6 points fewer than he averaged for the whole season. He averaged 11.4 boards, which is 0.2 boards fewer. He averaged 1.6 assists, which is across the board. His field goal percentage was just a hair, but the dude is good. DeAndre Ayton is good. I want the number one pick. I want DeAndre Ayton. Somebody said yesterday, he's a good dude. I won't name names, but somebody yesterday on Twitter said, well, you would pick a center, anybody that would pick a center over a point guard, because he was advocating for Doncic, who, if you guys recall, I mean, my heart is set on Doncic number 2. My heart is set on Doncic number 2. And at the same time, I mean, I've said it, it's a pipe dream, I get it, but if I'm Ryan McDonough, I do whatever I can to pull this off. If I get the number 1 pick, I then say, okay, number 2 team. Well, unless the number 2 team is going to take Bagley, then I say, okay, number 3 team. Whoever it looks like is going to take Doncic, and I say, what can I give you to get me Doncic? And I get myself a Penny Hardaway, a Shaq with the first pick, and a Penny Hardaway with the second pick. I mean, literally, that's the way I look at it. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share, please tell all your boys, girls, everybody you know, every Suns fan on the planet is not going to be to not draft him. Well, I would draft him. I would draft Ayton first. But we got another 55 minutes, and I always do overtime for you guys. And usually I do double overtime. I love this. I love you. So I would still take Ayton number 1. So the point was somebody said, well, you don't know if you would take a center or a guard in this NBA, then you don't know, the modern NBA. I do know the modern NBA. And, okay, so fine. That's cool taking Bagley over Doncic. I mean, it's fine. I still take Doncic number 2 because I do think he's good. You have a positionless backcourt with Doncic and Booker, and I just think that's outstanding. They can both shoot. They can both pass. Doncic can rebound. They're both tall. They would make for defensive. I mean, the defenses would be just going crazy trying to figure out how to guard them. You couldn't put a 6'1". You certainly couldn't put Tyler Ulis in either of them. So in those teams with small backcourts, maybe it's a little slow. But you know what? So is Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis is actually very slow, and the dude can average 25 points when healthy. So Bagley. Okay, so there's a lot of you saying Bagley. That's fine. I have a feeling that the Trae Young comment was just a joke. But I would still take Ayton number 1 because defenses will have to deal with him. And okay, so maybe he's not the greatest defensive center. I don't know. He's also only 20. He's, it doesn't say his birthday. 19. I think he's only 19. He can grow. Okay, DeAndre Ayton's 7'1". Are you talking about Doncic? Okay, so Doncic is 6'7" and playing point guard. I mean, or a shooting guard. Okay, so fine. I've wanted Booker to play point guard all along anyway. So then put Doncic at the number 2. And they're not running 7 seconds left anyway. So it's not like they would always have to be, the first guy down court. It's all about the passing. The dude can pass. And plus, I would love to see. I mean, I've watched plenty of clips of him. I've certainly never watched a full game. I couldn't even tell you where to find a full game, but I've seen plenty of clips, and it's not like he's pulling up the rear. I mean, Doncic is getting up court. Remember, Shaq was able to get up court for the 7 seconds or less Suns, and in its final iteration. But regardless, so I take Ayton number 1, no matter what. Okay, so you're saying trade, and that's the thing. If I have the number 2 overall pick, and I think let's just say it is Memphis, and I'm like Memphis probably could take Ayton number 1. I trade. Okay, not. Yes and no. I also jettison 2 teenagers. So let's say we're adding Ayton and Doncic just for the sake of argument. Or if you want to say Ayton and Bagley, just for the sake of argument, I get rid of 2 immediately and I replace them, and then I start replacing teenagers anyway. I get rid of Marquise Chris. I get rid of Tyler Ulis. I actually might, go with getting rid of Alan Williams. And I really hate to say that, but that $5 million could be used for a free agent, could be used for adding a star in a trade. You still got Brandon Knight coming back. What's going to happen with Brandon Knight? He's going to have to play. Ayton is 19, looks 30, and that's where the infatuation that I have with DeAndre Ayton comes from. Is he looks like freaking Patrick Ewing. He looks like Patrick Ewing. People have compared his game to Hakeem Olajuwon. Those are super. I mean, that's like the highest of the highest ceiling he can reach. But he averaged a double-double, and he did so against non-conference teams. And okay, so they lost to Buffalo. But U of A is not the only team to have lost to an underseed. It's not like, I'm glad. It's not like Patrick. I'm telling you, they look like siblings. And so it's not like U of A is the only 4 seed to have lost an 11 seed or whatever 12 or 5 and 11, whatever it is. I don't, truthfully, I'm not a huge college basketball fan. I kind of just pay attention to it in, it is the stash. But it's also his build. The dude looks like a freaking wall. So it's not like, that DeAndre Ayton, well, Trae Young doesn't shock me at all. But Bamba, Oklahoma, who's he with? Texas Tech, Texas State, Texas A&M. I don't know. I really don't follow college basketball that much. Ayton is swole. He really is. But so that's my point. He still grabbed 13 boards. He still scored 14 points. He had a poor shooting game. Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other point that I made. And yes, Sean Miller is probably gone. By the way, we're 10 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share. It is just Texas. Sorry, I knew it was from the Lone Star State. please let everybody know. Hey, we got another 50 minutes plus to talk about all this stuff, and I want to know your opinions on everything. The show is for you. The show is not for me. The show is not for me to talk. It's for me to talk to you and talk with you. Excuse me. The show is to talk with you. So, what the point also I made in regards to Ayton losing the first game is the fact that college basketball, the tournament is a one and done. You make this a 5-game series. You make this a 7-game series, and U of A runs away with this game. They have one bad game. It's like the 2001 NBA Finals where Philadelphia wins Game 1 against the Lakers. The Lakers had gone undefeated up into the finals. Then Philadelphia wins Game 1, and everybody's like, whoa, maybe. Nope, LA swept them. The Final Four. They went in 5. They go, 4, 8, 12. They went 15-1 because I believe it was still a 3-game series then. The Lakers went 15-1. Their one loss in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. If this U of A Buffalo series was a best of 3, if it was a best of 5, it was an NBA best of 7. U of A sweeps the rest of. I play a ton of video games. I have 14 systems and I'm getting more. They sweep the rest of that series. I guarantee it. And I'll bet you anything in that series, in a best of 3, 5, 7, DeAndre Ayton is your. I do like Shai Alexander. I've been saying that for a while. I've also been saying I really don't want Colin Sexton. I've been saying that for months. So anybody that's been saying that recently, as if that's some brilliant opinion, they stole it from me. I'm kidding. But I've been saying that for a long time. Because they didn't play D. They didn't play D in one game. They had issues with Buffalo's strategy. Buffalo had a superior strategy. And that can happen in a 1-game series. So that's my deal. I'll guarantee you a 3, 5, 7-game series. DeAndre Ayton is that MVP. Guarantee it. We're talking college basketball here. Now, do I want him on the Suns? Absolutely. Number 1 overall pick. The Phoenix Suns right now, I do have the standings. They are number 1 in the reverse standings. Finally, outright. They're outright number 1 because Memphis beat Denver. Losers. And so the Suns with a 19-52 record are 1 full game ahead of... Yeah, I mean, you can blame coaching entirely. Are 1 full game ahead of Memphis, who has 19-50. They've got 2 fewer games than the Suns. They have the same number of wins with 19, but they have 2 fewer losses. Which leads me to another point I'd love to get your guys' opinions on. This might... Oh, yes, last I saw... Hold on, I do have it up. Grizzlies are up. No, they're down 1 to Brooklyn. They're down 1 to Brooklyn. Come on, Grizzlies. This game might end. In fact, this game will end. Okay, now it's tied. This game will end... before the show, so we'll definitely have updates. The Suns have never had a first pick. They never have. Let's make it happen. If someone gets the number 2 pick, take Bagley. Think we draft Wendell Carter as a center from Duke. Possibly. I also think they're going to try. Ryan McDonough's going to try his hardest to trade both of those mid-round picks if they have them. I'll keep you guys updated. Also, Cleveland is blowing out Milwaukee. So Milwaukee, that helps to further solidify that pick will be transferred to the Suns. So Milwaukee is getting blown out. That's 14 points, but I'll take it. With 5.5 minutes left. So Milwaukee is going to lose. The Lakers lost. Charlotte is losing. That doesn't affect the Suns. Memphis is now up 3. 85-82. Memphis is now up 3. See, I want Tyreek Evans too. Bring him in. Miami is up 5 on Denver. So come on, Denver, if you want the Miami pick. And then the Knicks are blowing out Chicago, but Chicago, neither of those teams will ever catch up to the Suns. So, yeah, so right now the one game to watch is Memphis, who is now up 5. Memphis is now up 5. I don't want to say anything else. Guys, I'm calling it. How much do you want to bet the Cavs get that 1 pick? Oh, I would not be shocked. So go Cleveland, go Memphis, and go Denver, although now Miami's up 7. So we will definitely keep that updated. Well, I'll keep that up on the screen. So the Suns finally have the number 1 overall spot. Okay, do you think that it's time to trade Warren? He can't perform good against good defenders. Hell no, I want him as a 6-man. You have him as a 6-man on a good Suns team that is depth, that is 55 wins. What would you do if the Suns drafted LiAngelo Ball with the top pick? They never would, because there's no reason to draft him. Yes, go Grizzlies. So I want to say something that I think is probably going to be a little controversial, but I want to know what you guys think. I put this in the headline for the Twitter, for the feed, for the Twitter and Periscope feed. I think Ryan McDonough does not get the credit that he deserves for this tank and for the way that he's handling the final stretch of the season. If you think about every other terrible team that has rested players and we haven't done that. No, they have. They have. Ryan McDonough has been resting. Now, I got ripped by a local, I shouldn't say ripped, but he commented when I said that it seemed awfully strategic that against Charlotte last week that all of a sudden Josh Jackson, T.J. Warren, and Devin Booker could not play against Charlotte, who's a bad team. All of a sudden, all three of them are hurt at the same time. Plus, Tyson Chandler was already out. I know they've all got nagging injuries. I get that. It just seemed fortuitous that all of a sudden all four of those guys, and the Suns still almost won that game, which proves to me that if any one of those guys had played and if the whole contention had played, they would have blown Charlotte out. And at this moment, the Suns would be they'd be tied and then one game behind Memphis. He doesn't get any credit because he hasn't paid off yet. Lazarus Brown, we got host. Well, they didn't get host because they ended up getting Josh Jackson. That was one time. Chicago and Memphis has done it multiple times. We need to play Devin Reed more. We're going to talk about that. I disagree. Adam Silver needs to give us the number one pick. The NBA would profit the most by giving us the pick. I think they'd profit most by giving that to Cleveland. Yeah, we rested. So last year's strategy was blatant. It was blatant. This year, it's been very strategic. Against Golden State, Devin Booker was able to play. Forgive me. Who did they play? Cleveland. He was able to play against Cleveland, but he couldn't play. Was it Cleveland? But he wasn't able to play them. What? Dude's very suspect. Has done very little right besides draft D-Book and TJ. Doesn't exactly agree with the Charlotte take. Yeah, we got effed over in the lottery last year. But again, okay, so lottery, there's nothing they could do about that. No, think about how there's strategic wrestlers. We're down 23 that game and they packed it in. No, I get all that. The lottery hates us. I get all that. But my point, though, is he's doing everything possible to make this happen. And here's been the credit that I've given him this whole time over the past 2 years. It's that, I was against the tank. I've been against the tank the whole time. I'm like, go sign those free agents. Be a general manager. Don't just sit there and let things come to you. Go out there and, make magic. Make, what's the tequila slogan that was, create your own luck or something like that. I think the Suns kind of need to create their own luck. And in essence, maybe that is what they're doing by tanking. They're trying to create their own luck. If they can have the best odds, then it guarantees them either Ayton, Doncic, or Bagley. It is guaranteed. Even if they slid to third, as they slid back to last year, then they're at least guaranteed Doncic or Bagley. So they're creating their own luck. And really, if Memphis wins one more game, then that gives the Suns the opportunity to also win one more game. I want to believe in Berliner. God, yeah, it's exhausting, but I think it'll be okay. It doesn't get the Charlotte take. Well, okay, so I'm curious, though, and I know you're a bot, or at least a copycat, but what is the Charlotte take? I'm pulling up the stats real quick. Oh, no, I don't want that. What is the Charlotte take you don't agree with? If we can't get Gordon, should we try and get Randall? Yeah, but my problem with Randall, he just cannot shoot three, so that does worry me. It really doesn't matter as long as your top three is the best. We can all that's luck. Yep, we getting too excited for Ayton when we know the NBA is going to screw us. Possibly, you could be right. I think we could go top three hard to be unhappy here. No, well, the NBA certainly could screw the Suns. They could get, they can have the best odds and slide down to 3. But again, at that point, they at least do. Again, they can kind of create their own luck because they have, a young player. We need an upgraded power forward. He's shooting over 30. What is it? You're gonna make me pull up his stats too. Oh, I do have his stats up. Hey, look at that. He's shooting 34.8% from 3. I mean, he can shoot, and that's a hell of a lot. Well, it's not a hell of a lot, but it's better than Marquise Chris. He's a better scorer. He's averaging 18. He's a better rebounder. He's averaging 18.3 points, 8.4 boards. He hasn't played in 2 games, but the dude is a scorer. He's a rebounder. He's a better shooter. I want Aaron Gordon. He's a massive upgrade over Marquise Chris. Levin Randall could be a good small 5 with the Suns drafting Doncic. Okay, I would take that. He would have to play 5. He could not play the 4. Chris is bum. We don't need the cancer. I want him out of here. Does he foul like Chris? Okay, personal fouls per game. I'd have to swipe over. He averages 2.0 personal fouls per game, which is 2.1 per 36 minutes. And the answer is no. By the way, we're 20 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share, text everything. Go. We got another 40 minutes of LA the Suns live here. Chris seriously needs to go, and Bender needs to go to the G League. All right, so I tweeted about this twice, actually, in regards to Bender. Bender is, if Marquise Chris, if Dragon Bender, if Josh Jackson are all on the team next year, I'll be happy with Ayton. I would be happy with both, but I want Ayton number 1 because I want to play center. Do you think Chris or Bender is gone before next season starts? The answer is yes to at least one, probably, hopefully just one. I do want Bender back. So in regards to the Bender opinion, I tweeted this out twice last week. I think that he seriously they need to hire him or maybe have him hire. Which, watch some Lakers ball, he's eating inside. Okay, but if you get Ayton, then I want Aaron Gordon for sure, because I still want to be able to stretch. And so they need to hire him a shooting coach. He needs to spend a good 100 hours with this shooting coach of the summer. And I said he needs to take 50,000 threes with the shooting coach, which is the equivalent of about 400 or 500 a day, something to the fact I did the math. Even if it was just 40,000 threes. I'm not kidding. I would tell this kid, your focus is to get arc on that three every single time you take a shot. The other half of his day, he needs to be focusing on his back to the basket game. I want to see him posting up more, but I definitely want that 3-point shot to balance out. And to be honest, I mean, it's not like it's a terrible shot. I mean, it's a flat shot, which is a problem, but he is still shooting. It's close to 40%. So I want to say it's over 37. He's still shooting 37.3% from three. And that's not a small sample size. He's attempted 265 threes. He's officially made 100. That's 10% higher than last year. So, I mean, he is shooting a lot better than he was last year. So it is an improvement. I would force that improvement more. I would make him spend 8 hours a day in the gym. You know, again, I'm not sure how much they can make, but I would highly encourage. I would hire a shooting coach, or I would keep an assistant coach with him every day all year or all off season. And I would get him with a shooting coach half the day, and then working on his back to the basket game. I want to see him being able to to work in the post. Obviously, I want him to get some benching in. I want to get him had some weight. I think he's got the talent to be a legit power forward. What does that mean? I'm not really sure, but I do think that he can be a good offensive power forward. He's already a decent defensive player. He averages only 0.6 blocks and 0.3 steals, but that's okay. So per 36. He averages 0.9 blocks and 0.4 steals. Some of those aren't that good, but he did average 1.4 blocks last year per 26. I think he'd be okay. He's got a much better defensive rating than Marquise Chriss. He's at 115. Make better, more confident driving too. Oh, he definitely needs. That's why I want the back to the basket thing. I want him to feel confident. I want him to just start hitting him, just all offseason, just hit. He needs to be able to add some bulk though. And again, he's only 19 or 20. He is only 20 years old. By the start of the season, he'll still only be 20. But so by the laws of biology. Shoot. Chris by 7 after 3. I love it. Sorry about that. By the laws of biology, he's likely to continue to grow until he's 21. So that's the other thing. That's grow height-wise. So he still needs to be able to get the balance and be able to or get that solid so he can add bulk. Hopefully they don't fold up like a 10 in the fourth. I agree. I know you're talking Memphis. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Bender and Chris are unfortunately probably both West. I'm not going to disagree. I have not seen enough from either. I've certainly not seen enough from Chris, but I've not seen enough from either to disagree. To that point, though, I still think that Bender has the best chance to be a well-rounded player, and I want to give him the shot. I would trade Chris right away. Get a grown man body. That's what's great about him. And that's true. That's why I do think that he stands the most legit shot of coming to the NBA and making an impact immediately, is that he's got a grown man's body. One thing I haven't discussed is we need to figure out how do we move TC and JD in the offseason. Those would happen in a big trade. They are both in the last year of their contract. Bender is a solid length indeed. He's super young. So, yeah, I'd put him on the bench too. That's if you were able to get Aaron Gordon. Too much to like him, those two. Agreed. If you're able to get Aaron Gordon and then you traded Marquise Chriss, you'd allow Dragan Bender to be your sixth man. And think about that. Think about this. Let's say for the sake of argument, dreams come true. The Suns draft DeAndre Ayton. Boom, he's your 5. The Suns sign Aaron Gordon. Boom, he's your 4. You trade Marquise Chriss. You get rid of JD. You get rid of Tyson Chandler. I still want Aaron Gordon over Randall because Randall cannot shoot. And then you move Dragan Bender to the bench where he should be right now, and you move TJ Warren to the bench where he could be if he accepts it, which I still think he would, and you get a scorer like Josh Jackson. I don't know who your point guard is yet, but I really like a lineup of Booker with Warren backing up JJ, with Dragan Bender backing up Aaron Gordon, and with, I don't even care if you can keep Alan Williams backing up DeAndre Ayton. My point, though, is the depth on that would be insane. That would be a 45-plus win team right there. Then you find me a good point guard, which I do think it's far more plausible to find a point guard, especially later in the draft, than it is a center. That's something, and again, somebody was talking to me about, and I completely disagree. Guards are plentiful. It isn't, centers are not. Will James Jones have a say on who the Suns will be the next head coach? I'm not really 100% sure what his role is in those kinds of decisions. They were talking about his decision making, or his opinion would be best suited for free agency. So it'd be like, okay, can we use you to help recruit players? So I don't know. I don't even know if you'd have a voice necessarily in trades. Do we have the cap space to sign both AJ and Randall? Depends on what Randall wants. You would obviously 1,000% have to get rid of Tyson Chandler. You'd 1,000% have to get rid of Jared Dudley. You'd probably have to drop Alan Williams. You'd have to find a way maybe to move Brandon Knight. Which, by the way, okay, so now here's your point guard. I'm okay with starting the season with Brandon Knight. You're probably going to want to re-sign Elfrid Payton. I agree with Gambo here locally that Elfrid Payton is better to be suited to backup. Don't get me wrong, I kind of got into that hype after his 2 triple doubles in 9 games, but I mean, the honest truth is, there's a reason he was traded for a second round pick, a mid round second round pick. So I would try to keep him as a backup again if he would accept that role. If another team is willing to throw a ton of money at him, see ya. He gone. But Brandon Knight I would keep. So yeah, you'd have to move 2 contracts minimum, if not 3, because Aaron Gordon, I do believe if you're going to get him, I don't hate him. He's just a backup. You're obviously going to get rid of Tyler Ulis, but he's only making 1.5 next year, and that doesn't move a whole lot in regards to the Neal. If we draft SGA, he starts probably. Yeah, I guess. Well, no, probably not, because of Brandon Knight. If Orlando won't let Aaron Gordon, are you making Chris Chandler +2 for Iggy and Biyombo? I would do that. Aaron Gordon and Chris plus a second. No, I would also flip the second to make it a first, because you're gonna have Miami and you're gonna have Milwaukee. It looks like, especially. Let's check those scores. Milwaukee. Oops, that's the wrong screen. Memphis is only up 1 with 10 minutes left. Come on, Memphis. Milwaukee is about to lose, so they're up by 6, but there's only 40 seconds left, so that's definitely going to be a Milwaukee loss. I mean, I presume. Ooh, Miami is only down 1. Oh, Miami is down 1. I set that inflection wrong. Denver's now winning. Oh, Denver's up 4. There we go. If Miami loses, Milwaukee loses. It's big for those picks. And then, of course, now Brooklyn and Memphis are tied. So hard to imagine we don't get the Bucks pick. It's looking pretty good now. Should we trade both Bender and Chris and Miami pick for a top 10 pick? I don't want to trade both Bender and Chris. I would rather flip those 2 picks. Bring in the Phoenix Suns fan-sided girl. I don't know her. I just started seeing her on Twitter. Is the Suns for Sox versus Chris now for the top pick? Well, right now it's just the Suns for the top picks. If they lose out, they hold their own destiny. Well, not entirely. Memphis has to win 1 more. Memphis is now up 3. I'm just going to keep this up right now. Excuse me. Kombucha, baby. I'm loving this conversation. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share. We got another 35 minutes plus overtime. Yeah, baby. Come on, Grizz. Up 3. Cleveland still up 6. Denver still up 1. This is exciting. Can I shrink this screen so I can see all those scores at the same time? I'm not going to need to see the Cleveland score for very much longer. Ooh, and then I can do this, right? Yes. All right, so now I got all 3 scores up. That we get. All right, your background isn't centered. Well, if you saw my setup, you'd see this is a $5 setup. If I can afford like a kind of something legit, believe me, I would. Top free agents: Aaron Gordon, definitely, possibly. Randall, Clint Capella potentially. Again, I just prefer Aaron Gordon over those other 2 because he can shoot. Any chance the Suns could go after Rajon Rondo and kept this assist? Very possibly, but again, it's going to be about cost. It's going to be, did they miss out on a guard in the draft? Did they miss out on free agents? Are they going to have the cap space? I'd only sign him for a 1-year deal. And you still have Brandon Knight coming back, and you still might want to sign Elfrid Payton. And now you've got Shaq Harrison. So it's just like, I could see it in a pinch, but you've got a lot of moving parts there. You think the picks are going to get first Ayton? Yeah. So the order I do think would be Ayton, Doncic, Bagley. That would be mine. That would be my order. Obviously, I've imagined if Atlanta was picking number 2, they might go Bagley because they've still got a solid point guard. Who are the coaches we go after? That's a great question. I really don't know. I still think it's probably going to be Jay Triano, which I'd be okay with. I mean, he's being a champ with this tank. Would you draft Triano in falls 15-16? Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I had one of those picks and he was still available, hell yeah, I'd give him a shot. Why not? But the dude looked like Steph Curry for half the year. He fell apart, but his team sucked. So if he fell out, I just don't think he would. Okay, so the Suns had 4. I might, at this point, go Bamba. Here's the thing, though. I still kind of hesitate on it because a lot of people say that he's got the ability to be the best player in this draft, but 5 years from now. I want to get guys that are more capable to make an impact immediately. And so Bamba, if he's going to be a project, which they say he is, I don't watch enough Texas basketball to really, make that a yeah, exactly. So I mean, I would rather not have another Chris and Bender. Uh, well, he's also playing the wrong position. He plays small forward. So you've got Josh Jackson blocking him immediately. You also have T.J. Warren. I would rather not trade T.J. Warren. I still want T.J. Warren as the Suns' sixth man. That's why Ayton is so perfect. That's why Ayton is so perfect. It's so perfect on so many levels. Bamba's 2 years away from being 2 years away. Yeah, exactly. And that's the point. That's so Dragon Bender was 2 years away from being 2 years away. He is now 2 years in. I think he's 2 years away from being really damn good. Does that mean Porzingis? Probably not. Who knows? But I mean, I do think he's got the talent and the ability. Bagley is also, yes, but I would still take him. He is NBA ready, but I would still take him third over behind Doncic. Suns got to build now for this next season. I totally agree. That's why they got to go after Aaron Gordon. I would max contract Aaron Gordon because you can afford it. He's averaging 18 and 8. I would absolutely max contract because you can afford it. And if you have to trade, as somebody was saying earlier, you've got the assets to trade. I would trade Chris. I would trade a contract, an expiring deal, and either Jared Dudley or Tyson Chandler. And then I would trade 1 first-round pick and a future first-round pick. I would package up a couple things if it was necessary. I want a guy here. And Aaron Gordon, let's say you don't love him, which some people don't. He is a significant upgrade over Marquise Chris and Dragon Bender. He is an immediate, significant upgrade. That is a big deal on this roster. It wouldn't just be he's better. No, he is this much better. And he's still only 23. The percent is like 75 for getting him? I don't know if it's even 75, but I would still push hard. Doncic, Booker, Jackson will be scary, but I'm positive. I'm not positive between Bagley and Doncic if we get number 2. We have 25% pick to get the first pick, yes, which is the best odds. It's only right for the NBA to give us 8 and like Cleveland. Hey, that's honestly what I've been looking at as well. I've been thinking of it from that perspective as well. It's it's just like, come on, you did it for Cleveland, you can do it for Phoenix. I mean, it's not like Cleveland is some like incredible LA, Boston, Chicago, New York destination. It's freaking Cleveland. So you got to give it to Phoenix. Bama's Capella, Ayton can be one of the best centers ever. Agreed. Ayton is a hometown kid, so is Bagley. Oh, no, they both are. Sort of. I mean, Ayton is, Jamaican? They are 2 guys from AZ. They went to AZ schools at one point in their lives. Do we draft simulator on Tankathon? Oh, do it? Okay, I'll do it right now. I have it up. Gotta move TJ to free up JJ because TJ will. No. You don't move him. Again, he's got to be your bench guy. He's got to be your 6th man, in my opinion. You need depth. So if you're moving him, you got to be finding yourself a Raja Bell, Boris Diaw kind of combination in return. And I don't like those odds that you're going to find that kind of combo. His contract is so workable. Yeah, but I mean, Ayton is from California, or Ayton is from Jamaica, Bagley's from California. I mean, so they went to school here. I believe they only went here for a year too. It's gonna be tough to bring TJ off the bench when he outplays JJ. He might not be outplaying JJ next year though. What if Warren is not happy being 6th man? Then we have another. Well, you obviously sit down and talk to him, but he doesn't give off the kind of personality. Hell, I didn't think Goran Dragic came with the personality to be kind of a, I'm going to use this word, a douche a little bit. So who knows? But I just think he would take it because they would especially win. It was Bahamas. Okay. Uncultured swine. Hilarious. I actually have family that are on vacation in the Bahamas as we speak. Exactly. Although, okay, to that point, Joe Johnson cared and the Suns were winning. They were NBA, they were championship competitors, and he couldn't freaking stick around the bum. I would take on the right number. What is the right number? Again, you still have Brandon Knight. You still have Booker that can do it. You can still go after a point guard in the draft on some level. Now you've got Shaq. So what was I doing here? Oh, I was going to do Tankathon for you guys. I know he went from the Bahamas. He went to high school here. Yeah, I know. Well, no, I'm not saying they didn't have time in Arizona. I'm agreeing with that. My point, though, is it's just... All right. So here, I can't show it to you, but I've got Tankathon up. Suns have the best odds at 25% overall. Memphis at second best at 19.9. Before I do this, I do want to just check that score for y'all. Memphis is up 1 with 7:07 left. Let's go, Grizzlies. Denver is up 3. Let's go, Nuggets. And is the Cleveland game not ended? It still says 28 seconds. Why is taking this ending so long? All right, so here we go. Yeah, I know, but you've also got Booker and Jackson. I get that, but is he really going to be TJ for Jabari Parker. Well, he's a restricted free agent, so go on, take a look. I'm doing it. You're a bot too anyway. But all right, so simming it right now. It is spinning. Orlando. How is that possible? What? Orlando 1, Atlanta 2, Cleveland 3, the Suns 4. The Suns can't drop 3 spots. Can they? How is that possible? Because Memphis dropped 5, Dallas 6. So 3 teams moved up. 2 of them moved up 3, bumping the Suns. Is that possible? I think, well, because last year the Suns could only move back 2. That was the max. So how are they able to move back 3? Caldwell Pope. Oh, I don't understand. Okay, well, still, it moved the Suns back to 4, which would screw them. I don't understand. Can drop to 4 if you have number 1? You can't drop 3 spots. Suns could have dropped to 5. Worst record finishes 4th. Oh, gosh. Oh, I thought it was 2. All right, I'm going to sim it again. Give me some luck, baby. All right, number 2. Suns have number 1 overall pick, and it is possible they don't. Oh, I know. It's all a lie. It's all a facade. It's always been falling. 3 max spot has. I see. I swore it was 2. Okay, if I'm wrong, that's why I'm wrong. I mean, I will always admit to you when I am wrong. But I thought it was 2. So obviously, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So the second time I run it, Suns win it. Although it only matters. It's only the first time that matters. Suns win it. Atlanta bumps up 1 to 2. Memphis drops 1 to 3, and everything else stays. Orlando 4, Dallas 5, Brooklyn, Cleveland 6, Sac 7, Chicago 8, New York 9, Charlotte 10. And then the Suns, of course, retain 15 and 16. Max Headroom. Oh, that's so good. So yeah, that just drives me crazy. The Suns. Well, you know what? Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to do it one more time. Just because, best 2 out of 3. And the Suns drop 2. Cleveland wins number 1 overall pick. Memphis sits at 2. The Suns drop to 3. Atlanta to 4. Orlando to 5. Dallas to 6. So at least number 3. So now here's something. I have a question. I'm majoring in accounting, and my dream job is to be the accountant that does the ping pong balls. I think you got to be an attorney. I think they've got attorneys to do that. Any chance the Suns get Kevin Love? I love that idea. LeBron James would have to leave. I'm definitely going to write about that at the end of the season. I've had that percolate in the back of my head. I love that. If LeBron leaves and Miami and Cleveland is just a full-on, okay, we're hitting reset, and you don't get Aaron Gordon, but you're able to land, let's say, DeAndre Ayton, then I say you go hella hard on Kevin Love, who's only, 29? You can get him for another 3-4 years and be very happy with him. And then I work that. I try to find a way, because I don't think they would be able to trade him for a ton. Suns get 1 to 3. Yeah, no, I agree. It is all for nothing if the Suns don't get 1, 2, or 3. But hell yeah, I would absolutely do that. I don't hate Kevin Love. I think he'll be just fine in Phoenix. I think he'd be great in Phoenix. He's a very good defender. He's a very good rebounder. He can shoot. He's exactly what you want out of Aaron Gordon, only he is that guy, He's a veteran. He knows how to win. He can shoot. Still a very good rebounder. I love that idea. I've been a huge Kevin Love fan for a very long time, though. Really, really have been a huge Kevin Love fan. So, real quick, we're about 40 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share, please let everybody know we still got another 20 minutes minimum. Yeah, 20 minutes minimum, and then I always give it at least 1 overtime. All right, baby. Let's check those scores. So, we finally, golly, why is this Cleveland? It's because it's on ESPN. And ESPN just stretches everything out and throws in as many damn commercials as they possibly can. Again, I want Aaron Gordon over Randall. Nets are screwed. What does that score? Nets are up 4. Come on. Come on, Memphis. Love Randall Doncic. Night, Book, JJ, and Gordon, Ayton, opening night lineup. Oh, love it. Love Randall and Doncic. See, again, I like Randall, but he's not a shooter, and that kind of just, it sucks for me. All right, Miami and Denver are tied, so come on, Denver. Cleveland is still, now it says 8 seconds. It had said 7, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Cleveland's definitely going to win. Milwaukee is definitely going to lose. Brooklyn is up 4. Gosh, in the 4th quarter, they've outscored Memphis 18-7. So many timeouts. The NBA really needs to scold the Grizzlies. They're the worst of all the international intentional taking teams. They are, but they're not going to scold them. Randall is scoring plenty of points for someone who can't shoot. Game finally over. Game is finally over. Okay, so finally Cleveland won. Now it shows it. Finally Cleveland won. It's ridiculous. Agreed. All right, let me pull up Julius Randle. Move over, you. All right, we're going to get that stats. He's scoring plenty, I know, but I do have a problem. Julius, Dr. J. They do not call him that. I'm just gonna point that out. They do not call him Dr. J. You think the Suns want to? I am not really sure that they do, and I give Ryan McDonough a ton of credit. He is pulling off a beautiful tank. He's pulling off a beautiful tank. All right, so another problem. Somebody said he'd be a short center. Julius Randle is. He's 6'9". He can't play center. Randle can shoot. Can't shoot, but he can be a facilitator. But Randle at the 5, he's 6'9". He couldn't. I wouldn't want him guarding. I know they've got him power forward and center listed. Okay, so hold on a second. I want to see some bro. I'll take that as a compliment. I really will. All right. So whoa. Okay, so I want to see advanced. No, it's shooting play-by-play. Okay, gosh, they have him playing center 50% of the year this year. It's an estimated 44% at power forward this year, 57% at center. I just don't like him at center. Because remember, how tall was Oliver Miller? 6'9". He was 6'9". You know, he wasn't a center of the future or anything. So his last, holy crap, his last 4 games, though, these are 6 stats. 36 and 14, 26 and 13, 22 and 10, 25 and 12. He's averaging over his last 4 games 27.3 points, 12.3 boards, 3.3 assists, 0.5 blocks. He's shooting 68% from the field, 0% from 3, 71%. Yeah, I still don't know, but not at center. So, okay. Ayton can stretch. He's a good backup center, power forward, hybrid. Yeah, I'm telling you, that is domination. He has not scored in single digits since Memphis on January 15th. He scored in single digits a bunch at the beginning of the season. He's definitely turning on. So let's just look at this. From January 17th to now, kills the paint. So since January 17th until now, 20.2 points, 9.0 boards, 3.5 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.5 blocks, shooting 59.9. So we're going to say 60% from the field, 10% from 3, 72%. Only downside is rim protection. Do you see Allen Williams as a center? As a backup, because no team is going to have 2 dominant centers, and that's my point. I would keep Allen Williams as a backup. I would not play him as a starting center because, I mean, he's never going to be able, which is why I want DeAndre Ayton so much, is because he's going to be able to handle a Karl-Anthony Towns. He's going to be able to handle a Hassan Whiteside. I do not. Grizzlies are down 8. I do not pay for League Pass. I do not have enough time. I really, really don't. Yeah, damn, Memphis is going to lose. Those bums. Miami and Denver are still tied at 113. Memphis down 8 now. Yep. That I see. I just have the scoreboard up here, so no. Shoot. Memphis has got to go on a run. They've been outscored 22-7. That's exactly what they want. Still 4 minutes. Yes. But they've been outscored 22-7. It's in Brooklyn. Memphis is going to. They're going to crumble. They're going to fold. Okay, so we're 2. It's okay. No, we're only 1 game ahead. And if they lose, we'll only be a half game ahead. Or if Get Love, he can do some 5 and Randle at 4. I did not download Fortnite on my phone. I won't do that. I'll just play it. I got a PS4 and an Xbox One. I'm going to just do it there. Yeah, Randle stats, those are impressive. Okay, so now here's my question. How much is it going to cost to snag him? Then again, Brooklyn should eat like the 7th so they can't screw us. Yeah. They know what well, that's the other thing. Brooklyn can play to win because they don't have their pick since that's going to Cleveland. So it's another reason to want Brooklyn to win. No way they win it tonight. Yeah, Memphis looks like they are going down. They're down 8, 3:48 left. That sucks. But you're right, Ayton is the golden ticket. He really is. He really, really is. He's got the body. He's a center the Suns have never had. I mean, imagine this. The Suns have not had a center in 50 years. Imagine if year 51, they finally get one. And then they can, then you can go after power forward. So they're fine. You don't want Aaron Gordon, you get Randle? Good. He's your power forward. I still think Dragon Bender will be able to outplay him eventually. As we said, Bamba is 2 years away from being 2 years away. Well, that's Dragon Bender. He's 2 years away from being 2 years away. And I think 2 years he's gonna be the kind of guy that you want. He can already shoot from 3. He can already rebound. He's just got to get some size, some age, some maturity, kind of lose that fear a little bit. And I think that'll happen. I think he's gonna be just fine. We are 45 minutes in, which means we got 15 minutes left before OT. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share. Text everybody. Go, yo, Violet Suns live another 15 minutes plus OT. Miami is now up 2. Come on, Denver. I hate scoreboard watching. So I got a question. I want to change the subject briefly. The Salt Lake City scuffle What do you guys think about no suspensions? Jared Dudley and Marquise Chris only get $25,000 fines. I mean, I gave this example to somebody who doesn't watch sports, and I went, "That's not a slap on the wrist. That's a, oh, you bad boy, don't do that again." 25 grand? I mean, give me a freaking break. I love the Suns. I really like Jared Dudley, and truthfully, I don't want Marquise Chris to suck. You know, I don't. He's a Suns player. I root for the team on the front, not the name on the back. The name on the front, not the name on the back. My point, though, is that, okay, Dudley pushed, who was it? Right, Rubio fairly hard. Yeah, two steps and they get, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So Dudley pushed Rubio. Rubio was fine. It was a hard foul. It was to stop a fast break. He shouldn't push that hard. He was a little pissed off. Okay, fine. That kind of a play happens all the time. Then Marquise Chris comes up like somebody just shot his brother, and it was Jared Dudley's fault. And Chris comes up and just, you know, not necessarily body slams, but wicked throws Rajon Rondo. I mean, just throws him. Rajon Rondo did not flop. He is a European, but he did not flop. He seriously had his balance completely cut out from under him. His feet completely cut out from under his balance, totally thrown off kilter. He was, and I keep saying Rajon Rondo. I said Rubio earlier, sorry. Ricky Rubio, Rajon Rondo. I'm just saying RRs. Yes. So, okay, fine, protect the pack. You protect the pack, you get in his face. You don't, your instinct is not, let me throw my mouth guard in and just go throw somebody. That's just dumb. So the fact that he was not suspended actually does surprise me. And I think the difference is he never clenched a fist. That was just a flat-out shove. That was a very modern NBA kind of fight. Showing some fight. Okay, well, okay. Maybe you guys like it. I don't like it. I think it was dumb. You can get in a guy's face. You absolutely can, and that is okay. I mean, just yell at him. Stick a Michael Jordan finger in his face like MJ used to do. This isn't Bad Boys. That's just... It's not Bad Boys. You cannot compare what Marquise Chris did to Laimbeer. Laimbeer was a brilliant thug. Marquise Chris, it was just a dumb play. Get in his face. You don't throw a guy. So I'm just surprised it wasn't suspended. I'm glad, honestly, I'm glad it was not. I'm glad Jared Dudley wasn't, because I do think the NBA needs to harden up some. They're not the Bad Boys. The NBA needs to harden up some, and I don't mean James Harden. They need to get tougher. Allow these men to play tough is what I mean. I think, you know, they're being too tough. These foul, I mean, it's just Spurs about, oh, yeah, it's 18-6. But Golden State doesn't have anybody. So, you know, they were not going to beat San Antonio. All right, if you disagree with me, that is fair. But I don't think that's establishing an identity. Establishing an identity would be like what Bill Laimbeer did. He was a rough and tumble dude in the post. Marquise Chris is now rough and tumble in the post. He's a terrible defender. He swipes. He doesn't hit. To just get up off the ground and then just go sprinting over and shove a guy, that isn't tough. That's, okay, I'm going to use it. That's not tough. It's cowardly. You don't run up and cold cock shove somebody. That is not smart basketball. That is not smart toughness. You know, Jared Dudley had Ricky Rubio. Jared Dudley was fine. Rubio was not going to do anything. Denver up by 1. Yes, let's go Denver. 52 seconds left. Memphis still down 8 with 3 minutes left. It's going to take a hell of a run here. So I'm shocked that Chris was not suspended just because his play, that was it was dangerous, because in all seriousness, and I mean that, what if Ricky Rubio had fallen and hit his head? He was not expecting Chris to just come up and throw him, and he did fall to the ground. That was not a flop. That was a holy crap. What if he had it hit his head? That, it's just like, that's a dumb, dangerous play. So if you agree with me, great minds. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I mean, I'm certainly not going to, I understand that he wants to establish an identity. Don't get me wrong. But that's not establishing an identity that's a positive one. You can be positive tough. Oh, shoot. Where can I look that up? Can I look that up on NBA.com? Let me see. I'll let you know if I can find it real quick. I just don't think it's NBA tough. I just think it was cowardly. You don't shove somebody like that. Is it only minus 700? Now, and to be fair, the plus minus, it has some statistical merit, but I mean, the Suns have been so bad. So it's the question, are they worse with him on the court? All right, so let's just see all sets. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Gotta love those bots. Denver still up by 1, 52 seconds left. Grizzlies are still down by 7 with 2 minutes left. Come on, Grizzlies. Make some sort of frantic, ridiculous comeback. Just some crazy comeback. Okay, do I see plus minus here? I do not see plus minus. Let's start. So I don't care about Marquise or someone after the last pick that's going on a trade. Let's start somewhere. Start off too tough. Get that mean streak and blood boiling. Yeah, isn't Jackson the -7, but that's a team, not him. Yeah, again, it's not starting off tough. He's not tough in the post. He's not tough on defense. He's tough when somebody's in one of his teammates' face. He comes up and shoves them. Is that tough? You know, I mean, it's just I don't see it as being tough. I think that he thinks he's being tough. Does anybody know how to look it up? I'll look it up. I really don't know how to find an individual player's plus minus. Maybe if I just searched his name. I just don't see it as being tough. You know, fine, you're defending your teammate. Okay, that I get. Yeah, I see it as more crybaby. Okay, so you're defending a teammate. Fine, that is honorable. No matter what you do, if you do something stupid, it's still honorable. And by the way, I have 2 monitors, and right now, because of how I need everything to line up, it's a little off. Chris just isn't growing as a player, not winning plays, doesn't set a good presence. No, I agree. I totally agree. Plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. Where are you? So, not. Oh, plus minus. Okay, it's averaging minus 3.9 this year. Will this... okay, let me see if I click on it. Rather, he pushes Ruben and walk off like Lonzo. No, I wanted him to get in Rubio's face. I get that, but you get in his face. Glenn David, a fake tough guy. Yeah, honestly, to me, it is fake. It is a fake tough guy. It is not... I'm not seeing how to find the totals. I'll look again. I just don't see shoving a guy. It's not a cold cock. What is that called? It's a... ooh, totals. Oh, maybe I'll still have it. Total. Here we go. This year, he is a total negative 227. Fake it till you make it. All right. So, okay, again, if you disagree with me, God bless you. I don't hate you for disagreeing. I love a good disagreement. All right, so negative 227 this year. Josh Jackson, somebody mentioned him. Suns get his face, but pushing isn't necessary. Yes, I agree. Devin Booker and Josh Jackson, like super. Yes, sir. We had a writer. Forgive me for not remembering off the top of my head. Denver down 1. Are you a bot or are you being serious? Yeah, Miami's up 1. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about it more of Miami leading. Memphis is down 6 with 45.4 left. Couple of threes and a steal. Holy crap. All right, so Marquise Chris. Oh, California. Marquise Chris is a negative 227. Josh Jackson is a negative 447. Now, Josh Jackson has played 641 minutes. Marquise Chris has played a total of... So, 1641. I want to bring Marquise Chris back. NBA.com, I swear, their website sucks. I hate looking up stats. I hate looking up a lot of stuff on here. Their website just sucks. Okay, so 1,600 minutes. Okay, so Chris has played... Chris has also played with the starters for a long time. Josh Jackson has far fewer starts than Marquise Chris does. Don't know if that means a whole lot, but... all right, so totals... So Chris has played 1,200 minutes. Okay, so Josh Jackson has played 400 more minutes. Try ESPN. Oh, I got it up. It's just slow. Their website's just slow. But thank you, though. Who did the Cardinals draft in the first round? I hope they trade everything for a quarterback. Go get a quarterback. But they better get the right one. If they screw that up, I don't blame them for trying. I won't blame them for trying. I'll just be super disappointed because it totally set them back. All right, 29.5 seconds left. This game is over. Brooklyn up 7. Now 26 seconds left in Miami, and Miami's up 1. Suns might not make up any ground on either of those teams. Sucks if Memphis wins, because they could. Well, sucks if Memphis loses, excuse me, because the Suns could have been up a game and a half. And again, it's all about the buffer. So it looks like Memphis is about to be 19-51, a half game behind the Suns. So please, with 5 minutes left before OT, please like, please retweet, please share, please text everyone and go, hey, we could, enjoy the last 10 minutes. Check out what Valley of the Suns Live is. Besides Gordon, who do you want the Suns to go out from free agency? Well, again, Julius Randle, Clint Capella. You can at least do the kind of fix the front court. I would still trade Chris. I would trade both the Miami and the Milwaukee picks. I would try to either move up in the draft and, if you can get Doncic, I would love it. I use Basketball Reference for everything. I'm on the website 12 hours a day. But the problem is they don't have updated stats. It waits till the next day. So for immediate stats, you need NBA.com. Although for the Suns, plus I don't know if they have plus minus on there. I'd have to look. Yeah, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, you could max contract those guys. They won't accept it, but you could sell it as, hey, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, come play with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, if you can get him. And I mean, I suppose it's not as good as what Golden State Warriors have to offer, but it's better than whatever the Lakers can offer. Clint Capella, draft Ayton. I draft Ayton no matter what. If you get the number 1 overall pick, I draft Ayton. If you get number 2, 3, or 4, you try everything to trade up to number 1 and you draft Ayton. So I still say you get Ayton. You cannot pass up on a franchise center. Tell me right now, would you rather Cat or Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons is playing amazing. I would rather Cat because there are guys that you just can't stop Cat. Is DeAndre Ayton good defensively? I don't know how. Again, he's 19. Yeah, I mean, I would be disappointed if in 3 to 5 years he wasn't good on defense. I think he'll be just fine. I don't think he's going to be awful. And I think with good coaching, yeah. See, I mean, I would take Cat honestly. And now, I mean, again, my point about if you have the number 1 overall pick and you have the 15th and 16th picks and you can trade Embiid, there you go. You're still taking a center. So would you take, okay, in Philadelphia, take Joel, how do you pronounce his first name? Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons. I still go Embiid because, guards, granted, Ben Simmons could be a revolutionary guard. Don't get me wrong. So, I mean, in my mind, that is a tough decision, but I still go center first because you can always find a point guard. Honestly, Eric Bledsoe, I was a huge fan of his, but I was never a big fan of his game. Come on, NBA, we deserve the pick more. Yes, I agree. Yeah, as long as it progresses. Agreed. But I was always a fan of Eric Bledsoe until he pulled his little stupid escapade at the beginning of the season. I was never a big fan of his game. But you put Eric Bledsoe in a lineup with Devin Booker, Josh Jackson, TJ Warren backing him up, and then Aaron Gordon, and then DeAndre Ayton. And I swear to you, he's looking pretty damn good. All of a sudden, Eric Bledsoe looks a lot better. He'll have to distribute it more at that point. And I would love to see, I've seen his points go down, but his assists go up. If he could have been a 15-9 guy, that would have been great. All right, so the point about the idea of, should Devin replay? No. I don't think he has to. Bledsoe's ugly. I don't care about looks. No, I don't think that he has to play. Davin Reed, I don't think he should be taking minutes away from Troy Daniels because the Suns might look to trade Troy Daniels, and I think you want to let Troy Daniels keep playing. And I still don't think, unless he's hurt, that you want to bench anybody because you certainly don't want to piss him off because you don't want him to try to force a trade. Again, in terms of depth, I would love to have a starting lineup that is so good that Troy Daniels and TJ Warren are coming off the bench for you because that's some really good scoring. And if the Suns are up when they finally come off the bench, which they never are, they can hold a lead or expand on a lead. It's just a lot more difficult when you're having to play from behind. So I love the depth of having those 2 veteran scorers coming off the bench. Why trade Troy Daniels? Well, okay, so you don't necessarily need to, but it also depends on who you draft. It depends on, what other trades you make. Maybe bring in another, let's say you make some blockbuster trade, but part of the package is you also happen to bring in a shooting guard to shoot threes. Then maybe you do have to move Troy Daniels. He's got a solid contract too. Do I have that up? Oh, yes, I do. He's got a solid contract for next year too. It's only like $3.2 million. So it's very, very manageable. We should have gone Bama by last year. That would have been cool. I mean, I would have liked that. I would have talked about it. KCP. Nuggets tied it. Ooh, thank you for keeping me updated on that. Yeah, but still, Brooklyn hasn't. Oh, they're going to OT, Denver and Miami. All right, Denver, come on. Pull this off. Move Daniels. Memphis is only down 4. I don't know why it's the ball, but 23.9 seconds. You hit a 3, you foul. They only hit 2 one free throw. You hit another 2, you tie. You hit a 3, you can take late. I mean, Memphis can hypothetically pull this off, but I don't know who has the ball. I'll keep that score up now. If Brooklyn hits a free throw or a shot here, it's over. But if Memphis has the ball, they can score. You never know. Nets shooting free throws. Ah, crap. So there you go. So let me know if they brick them both. I still see 117 and 113. But my point though is that Davin Reed is under contract for next year, and nobody's going to be calling the Suns to trade for him. You don't need to show him off. They are looking to lose the game. I'm just holding out hope. I'm a very positive guy. So Davin Reed isn't going anywhere unless they cut him, which I wouldn't care if they cut him. It would mean nothing to me as a Suns fan. I mean, it'd be the same as Tyler Ulis. I would cut Tyler. I don't believe Tyler Ulis is back at all. I don't think there's a chance Tyler Ulis is back. I really don't care if Davin Reed is back. Any chance the Suns tank next year? I sure as hell hope not. I doubt it. I really do doubt it. I think they'll make it if they can get the number 1 overall pick this year. If they can get DeAndre Ayton. And even if they got Bagley or Doncic, I still think, they're going to throw the bank at Aaron Gordon, I believe. They might throw the bank if they can't get him at Randall or Clint Capella. I think Aaron Gordon makes the most sense for the Suns. They could still make a trade. Who knows? Maybe Kevin Love does become available. Maybe another point guard somewhere, does become available. So who can improve the team. Some of them, there's going to be options. And I think this is the summer where they actually kind of follow up on those options. You never know if D'Angelo Russell maybe becomes available. Who knows? I have met Gambo on 2 or 3 occasions. Yeah, Burns too, but I've met Gambo on 2 or 3 occasions. So they were both very polite, very congenial. I don't play Davin Reed. I really don't. I keep Troy Daniels playing. I keep him happy. I want to see him shooting again. I'm looking at. I want him back personally. This is Adam speaking. I want Troy Daniels back because, again, I want him on bench. I don't Kevin Love. He's too old. He's only 29. How about, that's my point. If LeBron leaves, Cleveland likely then goes, okay, now we got to hit reset. So you dump him. I give them 2 first-round picks this year. If you could do a draft day trade, I give him Marquise Chris, Tyson Chandler, Jared Dudley. Again, it's just for contracts. I think you can absorb a lot of that contract. And then both first-round picks, Miami and Memphis's. Milwaukee's. If they only want one of those, which I would prefer, then I would trade them, the Suns' pick next year or something like that. I find a way. I wouldn't offer a whole lot because I think it'd be more of a salary dump for them, but I would totally do it. Would we do what the Heat, and what would we do? How young do you need? What do you mean, how young do you need? What would I do with the Milwaukee? So I would hope to be able to move Milwaukee and Miami's picks in separate trades. I would hope they could potentially do something to move up in the draft if they have them both, which looks like they're going to. Let me just see. Milwaukee. Yeah. Philadelphia. Yeah, they're each 3 and 18, 19, 20. They're each 2.5 games behind Philadelphia. So Love next to Aiden would be nice. Oh, hell yeah, it would be. By the way, we are in overtime. Go ahead. We'll do double OT. Package together to get the number 8 pick and take Sexton or Carter Jr. I would take Carter Jr. I do not want Sexton. I have not wanted him for months. I do not like his game. It reminds me too much of Eric Bledsoe, which has been a common national comparison. I don't like Bledsoe's game. I always like Bledsoe, but I just don't like Bledsoe's game. I would rather try to find, if you're going to trade up to that point, I would hope that Trae Young would be available and just give him a shot. Would be nice to package 15, 16, move up to number 10, target Wendell Carter. Or Carter. Yeah, I would target Wendell Carter for sure. I would target him over Richie Sexton. Again, somebody asked earlier if Trae Young is available 15, 16, or if you could maybe trade 15 to 16, move up to 10, 11, 12. I would give Trae Young a shot. Seems to be the problem here with the Suns. Not necessarily. How young do you want the Suns to be next year? Not as young as they are this year. Again, if you add Aaron Gordon, he's 23, so he's a little bit older than Marquise Chris. 3 years, but it's still 3 years older. I definitely want Tyreke Evans. I would hope that the Suns could get Tyreke Evans. Again, Brandon Knight will be back. He's 25, 26. I would try to add Tyreke Evans. He'd be a hell of a backup. Honestly. And then maybe, interchangeable. Maybe you're able to trade Brandon Knight at some point. I would love Tyreke Evans. And then again, I would see if you could add Kevin Love. He's 29. Remember, that's how old was Tom Chambers? Was 29. KJ was only 20, 21. Think Trae Young could be the best point guard since Nash. Bledsoe was good. You need to target good vets in free agency and trade. Agreed. And so again, Evans would be nice. I wrote about this about a month or so ago. I would totally go after Tyreke Evans. I would, so I'd work with that way. Again, I would try to trade Chris and a pick in a package to hopefully move up. I would try to find a way to move up to the top 5 again, if possible. Yeah, the Honey Badger left us. Well, he wasn't great. I loved him, but he was not great anymore. Um, and then I would leave that other pick. Maybe you like somebody that's there with, with either 15 or 16. I do. Can you hear him? Or B, use that other pick again in another trade. Maybe you can maybe that trade can help you facilitate, or maybe that pick can help you facilitate a trade for Aaron Gordon. Maybe Orlando's like, all right, we'll let you sign Aaron Gordon. No, I can't. They're locked. I would have to. It would be a hassle. There's one is small, one is huge, and they're both dumb. I love dogs. They're both just dumb. But maybe one of those picks plus Marquise Chris plus, sorry, brother, plus, a future first of some kind, maybe Phoenix's future first, and you can, um, you know, get Aaron Gordon on a 5-year max and all that kind of thing. I actually don't know the breeds. The small one that you probably heard is small white. I don't know, about that big, 20 pounds. The other one's big black. I'm not good with breeds. Sorry. And that one probably was 150 pounds. But that 150-pound dog is the biggest freaking coward. I can't. They have to remain locked up when I do this. Aiton Young, Love, and Adams would be a great offseason. Agreed. 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 Aiton would be obviously amazing. Young would be great. Or excuse me, Love would be great. Young, if you could trade up to get him and then sign Evans, I'm telling you. And then you have Brandon Knight back. You move Dragon Bender, TJ Warren both the bench. Now you've got yourself a really good starting lineup. You've got some major depth. If you're able to start Brandon Knight and have Tyreek Evans coming off the bench, then you're able to start Josh Jackson, have TJ Warren coming off the bench, and you're able to start Kevin Love and have Dragon Bender coming off the bench. Don't tell me that's not a 45-plus win team immediately, if not 50. I mean, sincerely, that could be a 50-plus win team if healthy. Because now you've got depth, and that's really what the Suns are lacking. They don't have enough veteran depth that is, can be counted on. You can't count on Jared Dudley. I love Tyson Chandler. I love Tyson Chandler. I would love for them to be able to try to keep him to finish off his contract here, finish off his career here. I get one if they can't, and truthfully, to be able to maybe sign, if you're going to trade, I can only dream, and I promise you, I'm going to be writing about all of this in about 3 weeks when the season's over. I'm going to have some posts I think you guys will love. It's going to be total fanboy dream. Really? Well, hey, if you see me, say hi. Don't say hi. I mean, I'd love to meet you guys. I am going to do a live, I'll do a remote postseason, and I'm going to do a remote for the draft for sure. So I'm definitely going to do live again. I do them in Glendale because I got a great sports bar here, but totally, if you guys happen to see me, I don't know what any of y'all look like, so just, don't freak me out, especially if I got my son. But even if I have my son, come over and say hi. Adam, is that you? Yeah, who the hell are you? Crispy. Good, I would know who you are. So for sure, say hi. That doesn't bother me at all. So it's all pipe dreaming. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you guys probably saw my tweet last week. It's a pipe dream to draft 8 and then trade back up to get. I go to Max's in Glendale. Love Max's. Oh, gosh, I get all these conversations and man, Brooklyn only won by 3. Damn you, Memphis. I see Miami is up 2 here. Whew. Man, if only Memphis had been able to pull that off. Freaking Chandler Parsons sucks. Wow, think about this. The Memphis Grizzlies scored 115 points. Their leading scorer was Chandler Parsons. He scored 13. It might be a pipe dream on Potter. But I'm telling you, I dream about gumdrops and lollipops. I swear to you. I've got the most positive personality. I get it from my grandmother. She's just a saint. Okay, I see Miami up 2 with 1:18 left. Go ahead, keep those hearts coming. Just keep pounding away. I'm only going to go about another 2 minutes because we're going to hit double overtime, and then I'll probably send out a tweet about the end of this Miami game when that finishes up. Although it seems like a lot of you guys are watching, so maybe you tweet me and I'll retweet something. If you're so positive, show us your talks. I'm not positive about them. I'm positive about life and sports in general. So real quick, we got 2 minutes left. Everyone rapid fire. Anything rapid fire. Anything rapid fire. We talked about the fight. We talked about suspensions or the lack thereof. We talked about the standings. The Suns are number 1. They're only a half a game ahead of Memphis now, though. Strength of schedule. The Suns have the 6th most difficult strength of schedule, and actually I'm curious if that has shifted since any of these games ended. Let's see. The Suns are still sitting at the 6th most difficult strength of schedule. How do you handle the haters? Oh, I mean, I handle them, and I get a lot of haters. I do, but I always respond. It would be nice if somehow we get Ayton and we move up Trae Young. Trae Young or Doncic? Do you prefer fries or tater tots? I really like both. I could go for either. I think I always go fries first, but there are some times where I go to Sonic and I'm like, I need some tots. What do you think about Peyton? I think he's a backup point guard. I would try to resign him, but it depends on what else they're going to do. Because you still have Brandon Knight. If you get number one, would you offer up to get back Doncic? What would I? Thanks, brother. Thanks, Abby. What would I move up? I would offer both first-round picks. I would offer another first-round pick. Dude, I do this for you. I do this for you. I don't do this for me. I do this for you. So thank you for that compliment. I would offer Chris. I would offer, in terms of contract, if somebody wants an expiring contract. I have the same Suns blanket. Yeah, baby, 94. I remember when I got that for Christmas. From my grandfather. He was a season ticket holder at the time. He got one for every member of the family. We have a huge family. Like I said, I would offer both first-round picks. I would offer a future first if it was necessary. I would offer Marquise Chris if that's sold. I would try to avoid offering TJ Warren because I really, really, really want to come off the bench. Last Suns game attended last year. I have not had a chance to go this year. I was actually OKC with a little scuffle with Russell. Who do you want? Who have one? I did not do a bracket. I hate doing brackets. I don't watch enough college basketball. Every once in a while I get lucky and it makes me look smart, but that's all it is. I might as well play the lottery because I could have won more money. Kentucky is winning. Well, there you go. Go Wildcats. I would do whatever I could, and I would just hope that wherever Doncic lands, that team doesn't need him and they're available to make a trade. Who that would be, I don't know. Does Indiana? Not Indiana. Excuse me. I was looking at the strength of schedule. Does Atlanta want Doncic? They might. Orlando, Dallas. Would Cleveland prefer picks? I don't know. Why Doncic over Bags? Because I want Ayton first, and so I'd rather draft a guard and a center than two powerful, a power forward and a center. So I'd rather go Doncic because think about it. If he turns into a penny and you have Shaq, and Ayton is Shaq, not literal, but I'm just talking about that kind of skilled. And then you've got Booker. I like that better than having Booker, Bagley, and Ayton. I want balance. I want more balance. And so, a lot of people have been saying, I do like Trae Young enough to trade for him late in the lottery. I don't like him enough to trade for him high, but like if he slid, and I'm just not quite so sure. Actually, so real quick, let me see mock draft. Take-a-thon's mock draft. They've got Trae Young going 7th to Cleveland. So let me just see him in the lottery and just kind of see if something shifts. All right, so they have... Okay, so the Suns winning. They still have Trae Young going to Cleveland at 7. Think about this. Would Cleveland want Trae Young? Could you offer Cleveland 15 and 16, plus Marquise Chris, and plus a future first if they're rebuilding to get Trae Young? I would absolutely trade Chris for Trae Young. I would trade both of those mid first round picks because they have far less value. And I would trade another future first, just something. I've seen him at 9 to New York. Trae Young. If he slides that far, it sure does make, again, 15 to 16. That's moving up to 9. It sure makes that a little bit more easy. I mean, Mikal Bridges could be there. Miles Bridges. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Tank Thong has him going 12. Colin Sexton has him 13. What if those guys jump him? What if Shai jumps Trae Young? What if Colin Sexton jumps Trae Young? I don't think they do, but what if? I mean, you really just don't know. There's always a wrench in the draft. There's always a twist. There's always something that kind of messes with the presumed order of things. Okay, if no Ayton, then Bagley or Doncic. I still go Doncic at that point. Because at least you're maybe getting Penny. Power forward, again, because then at that point, I'm just throwing all my money at Aaron Gordon. And I do think that it's possible that you can get him, especially if he says, I want out, I want to go play with Devin Booker. Granted, Orlando could say, yeah, big deal, you want out. We don't care. But if the Suns offer and said, okay, wait a second, you've got the Orlando, you've got the number 3 pick, let's say, number 2 or number 3. We'll also offer you 14 plus Marquise Chris. You get another, you get a power forward to kind of replace. It's just not as good. It's just, you never know. That's why I would kind of give it a shot. I would throw everything at Aaron Gordon. And then I'd probably go Julius Randle 2nd and then Clint Capella 3rd. But I'll tell you, it's hard. It is hard not to lean Bagley, but I've been on the Luka Doncic bandwagon for a long time. I just love that kind of possessionless point guard. I love that backcourt 2000 that never existed. Backcourt 2020 with Booker and Doncic. Because Booker can play point. Doncic can freaking shoot. He can freaking pass. I mean, that'd be a hell of a disruptive backcourt. And they're tall. They're both 6'7". You cannot... okay, man, on Aaron Gordon, fine. He's averaging 18 and 8. That's not bad. But more importantly, it's a hell of a lot better than getting from Marquise Chris. So you are getting an upgrade. I'll buy, if the Suns get Ayton, Gordon, and Randall, I buy 2K every year. I never get to play enough of it, but I buy 2K every year. But someday when my son is older and I can actually play that kind of game with him, I'm sure I'll play it a ton. But right now I can't. So Doncic, okay, so he's 6'8". I thought it was listed 6'7". My point exactly, though. Booker is 6'7". Oh, I buy FIFA. Don't get me wrong. I play me some FIFA. Doncic would be number 1 on my board, but understand the arm for Ayton. I just got to go Ayton. Ayton number 1, Doncic number 2. Now, here's the thing. Tankathon has Jaren Jackson Jr. going number 3 to Atlanta. That would be huge. That would put a wrench in. Michael Porter going 4. That would be huge. That would put a wrench in. Again, I do not take Michael Porter because you've got Josh Jackson and TJ Warren. I think Bennett's going to be a bust or he'll be good. I think he's going to be good. DM me. I don't play enough online, though. I only have 2 games, three games. I play mostly Xbox One. I bought my PS4 because I want Final Fantasy VII HD and then Spider-Man this summer. Gordon is much better than Chris for sure. Oh, it's tremendously better. Tremendously better. Plus no attitude. Then they have Bagley going 5 to Dallas. So, and then Bamba 6, Trae Young 7. But what if somebody goes, hey, I want Chai over Trae Young? I mean, it's just, you never know. Let's play. You would carry me. So DM me on here. I'll talk. I don't play very often, though. I really, really don't. So I might be disappointing in my inability to play. By the way, I just looked at the clock. We went into triple overtime, or official and quadruple overtime. I got to go pick up my son. So I love you all. I do this for you. I do apologize. I'm kind of all of a sudden cutting this off. Oh, just to check scores. Miami won. Miami beat Denver by 2 in OT. So the Suns picked up a little, got a little bit of space. Milwaukee losing to Cleveland, but Miami beat Denver. That sucks. Brooklyn beat Memphis. That sucks. So, bummer. So go Sacramento over Detroit. Although, no, I want Detroit to win because I want Detroit to kind of move up in the Eastern Conference standings. I'd love to get them in the playoffs because it'll help push one of those two others. What about Bagley and Bamba? I go Bagley over Bamba 100% because I do not want another project. All right, so yes, sir, I will be back next Monday. No more Tuesday shows. There are no more Suns games at 6 o'clock the rest of the year, which means as soon as that's over, then it's all. We're all Monday all the time unless I'm sick. What about drafting? Oh, yeah, I just answered that. Bagley over Bamba 100%. I don't want a project and Bamba. I would take Bamba like 10, 12, 15, somewhere around there just because I don't want a project. So I'll be Mondays at 6 o'clock from here on out until until something changes. I got nothing ahead, looking ahead to affect my Monday night regular schedule. So that being said, have a great night. I love you all. I do this for you. Tweet me, DM me, whatever you want. Let me know. Let's talk. I do this for you guys. Let's go Suns, or let's go the opponents of the Suns. We just got to lose out. Keep that number 1 overall pick. The worst is 4, but gosh, I want number 1. I want the